You think you know tiny houses? Think again. Welcome to the world of unique tiny houses, from unbelievable tiny homes built in school buses and silos, to tiny house design ideas so wild they went viral. This isn't your average cabin on wheels tour. We're diving into the craziest tiny houses ever imagined. Whether you're obsessed with modern tiny homes, curious about tiny houses that defy logic, or fascinated by futuristic tiny houses built like spaceships, you're in for a jaw-dropping ride. These are creative small home designs that push the limits of architecture and imagination, the weirdest tiny houses in the world, tiny homes you have to see to believe. Ready to explore jaw-dropping tiny houses, off-grid tiny homes, luxury tiny houses, and even a hobbit-style fantasy home? Buckle up, this is tiny living on another level. Let's count down the most bizarre tiny homes, compact home inspirations, and DIY tiny house masterpieces ever built, featuring tiny houses on wheels and tiny houses with insane interiors that redefined what's possible. Have you ever imagined living in an upside-down house that looks like a piece of modern art? This is one of the most unique tiny houses and absolutely one of the craziest tiny houses ever built. From the outside, this weird tiny house flips your expectations. The roof touches the ground while the floor floats above. It's a true example of tiny houses that defy logic, blending futuristic tiny house inspiration with creative small home designs. This unusual small home has become a viral sensation for good reason. The sharp lines, playful angles, and vibrant colors make it stand out among modern tiny homes and bizarre tiny homes alike. Whether you're searching for jaw-dropping tiny houses or tiny homes you have to see, this architectural masterpiece tops the list. Imagine pulling up and seeing this mind-bending tiny house design idea in person. It's unforgettable. Step inside this unbelievable tiny home, and you'll discover a world where everything still makes perfect sense. The interior of this upside-down tiny house is a showcase of modern tiny home comfort and style. Clean lines, clever storage, and tiny house design ideas that maximize every inch. Even though the exterior flips the script, the living spaces feel warm and inviting. You'll find compact luxury touches that rival the best tiny houses with insane interiors. From the fully equipped kitchen to the relaxing lounge area, this unusual small home is a true DIY tiny house masterpiece. Whether you dream about off-grid tiny homes, luxury tiny houses, or tiny houses on wheels, this creative build proves any vision is possible. It's one of the weirdest tiny houses in the world, yet it feels surprisingly practical. Tiny homes you have to see? Absolutely, this one tops the list. At first glance, this looks like an old yellow school bus, but take a closer look. This is the skoolie, a brilliant skoolie conversion that turns a classic bus into one of the most unique tiny houses on wheels. This isn't just any mobile tiny house, it's a full-blown transformation. From the outside, it still carries the nostalgic vibe of a school bus, but the sleek finish, wood paneling, and rooftop solar panels give it that modern tiny home edge. This is more than a DIY tiny house masterpiece, it's one of the craziest tiny houses ever seen rolling down the road. Perfect for those who crave adventure without giving up comfort, this bus tiny home shows how creativity and mobility can merge. If you're hunting for tiny houses on wheels that actually turn heads, this one's a dream ride and a tiny home you have to see in real life. Step inside this incredible bus tiny home and you'll forget you're even inside a vehicle. The interior of this skoolie is a showcase of smart design and cozy luxury. With warm wood finishes, a fully equipped kitchen, a compact but functional bathroom, and a relaxing lounge space, it feels just like home. This is what unbelievable tiny homes are all about. The layout maximizes every square inch, making it one of the most practical and creative small home designs out there. Whether you're into modern tiny homes, luxury tiny houses, or dream of going off-grid, this skoolie conversion delivers it all. It's mobile, it's beautiful, and it's a true compact home inspiration. Living small doesn't mean sacrificing style. This is one of the tiny house design ideas that proves it. A true DIY tiny house masterpiece that travels with you. If you're looking for one of the most unique tiny houses ever built, the geodesic dome tiny home is straight out of the future. This isn't just a house, it's a futuristic small house design based on geometry, sustainability, and strength. The dome shape isn't just eye-catching, it's incredibly weather-resistant and energy-efficient. With its sleek lines and curved panels, it redefines what a modern tiny home can look like. Whether you're into tiny houses that defy logic or just love creative small home designs, this geodesic home delivers an experience you won't forget. It's ideal for off-grid living, eco-conscious building, or just standing out from every other house on the block. This is one of those tiny homes you have to see to believe, a bold combination of structure and style. Say goodbye to boxes. Say hello to the dome. Step inside the geodesic dome tiny house and you'll see how geometry meets comfort. The open concept interior feels bigger than you'd expect from a compact home inspiration like this. The curved walls and high ceilings create a spacious feel that's hard to match in other tiny house design ideas. With natural light flooding in, sleek built-ins, and warm wood finishes, this is one of the most surprising and unbelievable tiny homes inside. Designed with intention, every surface serves a purpose, from the futuristic tiny house look to energy-smart features. Whether you're into modern tiny homes, eco-living, or next-level architecture, this domed tiny house makes an unforgettable impression. It's not just a crazy tiny house, it's a brilliant one. Truly one of the most creative and inspiring tiny houses you have to see. This isn't just a tiny house, it's an Earthship, one of the most unbelievable tiny homes you'll ever see. Built entirely from recycled materials like old tires, glass bottles, and earth-packed walls, this eco-tiny home is a marvel of sustainability. It's not just unique, it's completely off-grid. That means it collects rainwater, generates its own power through solar panels, and even grows food on site. Talk about compact home inspirations. The design feels both rugged and artistic, blending into the natural landscape like it belongs there. If you're into DIY tiny house masterpieces, tiny houses that defy logic, or jaw-dropping tiny houses, this one sets a new standard. The Earthship tiny house isn't just built to live in, it's built to survive. One look and you'll understand why this is one of the most unique tiny houses in the world. Step inside this off-grid tiny house, and you'll find a warm, inviting space that's as practical as it is beautiful. The interior of the Earthship is designed for total self-sufficiency. Think thermal mass walls that regulate temperature, solar-powered lighting, and even indoor planters that grow real food. It's one of the most advanced eco-tiny homes out there. But it's not just smart, it's stylish, too. With natural clay finishes, reclaimed wood, and earthy textures, this tiny house design idea proves that sustainability and comfort can coexist. If you love modern tiny homes, recycled material houses, or dream of living off the grid, this space will blow your mind. It's one of the most inspiring tiny homes you have to see, and absolutely belongs on the list of DIY tiny house masterpieces. Functional, beautiful, and future-ready, this is the real deal. Welcome to a tiny house straight out of a fairy tale, the treehouse tiny home. Elevated high above the forest floor, this tiny house in the woods is one of the most unique tiny houses ever built. It's supported by stilts, anchored to the trees, and connected with rope bridges that add a playful sense of adventure. From the outside, It blends perfectly with the natural surroundings while standing out with its whimsical structure. If you've been looking for bizarre tiny homes, creative small home designs, or tiny houses that defy logic, this one checks every box. Built for eco-living and escape, this is the ultimate off-grid tiny home dream. Cozy, magical, and functional, it's one of those tiny homes you have to see to believe. A truly unforgettable compact home inspiration tucked between the trees. Step inside this treehouse home and you'll feel like you're floating above the forest. The interior is surprisingly refined, with a rustic meets modern feel that embraces the warmth of wood and the coziness of a small cabin. With light wood beams, handcrafted furniture, and windows on every wall, the space is flooded with natural light and forest views. This is more than a cabin, it's a masterpiece of tiny house design ideas. Every nook is crafted for comfort, making it one of the most unbelievable tiny homes you can actually stay in. Whether you love off-grid tiny homes, compact home inspirations, or dream of running away into the forest, this home offers it all. It's peaceful, practical, and packed with soul, truly a tiny house you have to see. It might just be the most charming elevated small house on the planet. This isn't just a house, it's a spaceship-inspired tiny home that looks like it landed from another planet. With smooth metallic panels, curved architecture, and sleek LED lighting on the exterior, this is one of the most futuristic tiny houses ever built. From the outside, it's hard to believe this is even real. It feels like a scene from Star Wars. If you're into sci-fi house design or searching for bizarre tiny homes, this one tops the list. The design breaks every traditional rule and delivers a bold new concept in modern tiny homes. It's aerodynamic, eye-catching, and incredibly innovative. Whether you're a space nerd or just someone who loves tiny houses that defy logic, this home is one of the most unique tiny houses you'll ever see. No doubt, it's a tiny home you have to see to believe. Step inside the spaceship-inspired tiny house, and the sci-fi vibe only gets stronger. Think glowing LED strips, smooth reflective surfaces, and ultra-modern tech built into every inch. The interior feels like a high-end command center, complete with smart voice controls, ambient lighting, and sleek furniture that blends right into the walls. It's one of the most unbelievable tiny homes ever made, proving that futuristic design and small spaces can work together. If you love modern tiny homes with a twist or want a space that feels more Star Trek than suburbia, this is it. The whole layout is compact yet luxurious, a rare example of a truly luxury tiny house with a sci-fi house design. Every corner of this home is functional, fantastic, and totally out of this world. This is what next-gen tiny house design ideas are made of. What if your walls weren't walls at all? Meet the glass wall tiny home, a bold and breathtaking concept that makes it one of the most unique tiny houses in the world. With floor-to-ceiling glass walls, this transparent house blends seamlessly with its natural surroundings. From the outside, it looks like a modern glass sculpture, sleek, minimal, and totally open to the outdoors. If you're into jaw-dropping tiny houses and modern tiny homes, this one's a visual masterpiece. Built to disappear into nature while still standing strong, it's perfect for those who dream of peaceful views from every angle. This is a nature view home designed for clarity and calm. Whether you're exploring tiny house design ideas or hunting for tiny homes you have to see, this one will change your view, literally. Inside the glass wall tiny home, it feels like you're living inside the landscape. The panoramic windows wrap around every corner, flooding the space with natural light and lush forest views. But don't be fooled, this isn't just about aesthetics. The interior is a luxury tiny house dream. You'll find sleek built-in furniture, natural wood finishes, and a clean, modern tiny home layout that's both beautiful and functional. Every detail is intentional, from hidden storage to the seamless flow of space. If you're into creative small home designs and crave a stronger connection to nature, this is the one. It's not just a transparent house, it's a true compact home inspiration. Quiet, stunning, and unforgettable, this is one of those unbelievable tiny homes that redefines the meaning of home. What happens when you take an old grain silo and turn it into a tiny house? You get one of the most unbelievable tiny homes on the planet. The grain silo tiny house is a brilliant silo house conversion that blends rustic charm with modern function. From the outside, it still has that classic corrugated metal look, tall, round, and industrial. But now it's surrounded by greenery, glowing in the warm golden sunlight, and transformed into a cozy retreat. If you're into crazy tiny houses, farmhouse tiny house vibes, or just love creative small home designs, this one's for you. It's proof that even the most unexpected structures can become beautiful, livable spaces. This is a true DIY tiny house masterpiece, and one of the most unique tiny houses you'll ever see standing proudly in a field. Step inside the grain silo tiny house and discover a round interior that surprises at every turn. A spiral staircase leads you up to a cozy loft bedroom, while below, you'll find a warm, rustic tiny home interior filled with natural wood, metal accents, and vintage charm. The circular layout makes every space feel unique and intimate. It's a smart use of vertical space, proving that round can be just as efficient as square. Whether you love farmhouse tiny houses, compact home inspirations, or just want something truly one-of-a-kind, this interior nails it. It's one of the most unbelievable tiny homes, not just outside, but inside too. Every detail feels handcrafted and thoughtful. You'll never look at a silo the same way again. This is the kind of tiny home you have to see to believe. This isn't science fiction, it's a real foldable tiny house that packs flat and unfolds like origami into a full-size home. Engineered with precision, this collapsible house design is one of the most futuristic tiny houses ever created. The outside features sleek geometric panels and a compact footprint that can literally travel anywhere. When folded, it fits inside a container. When opened, it becomes a warm, livable structure in just hours. This is the future of emergency shelters, off-grid travel, and minimalist living, all in one. For anyone seeking portable small homes, tiny houses that defy logic, or creative small home designs, this innovation is mind-blowing. It's the perfect fusion of design, technology, and function. One of the most unique tiny houses on Earth, and definitely one of the most jaw-dropping tiny houses you'll ever see. Once unfolded, the interior of this origami-style tiny house is both smart and serene. The open-plan layout feels spacious thanks to clever angles and high ceilings created from folded panels. With light warm wood tones, modern furniture, and minimalist touches, this space offers far more than you'd expect from a collapsible house design. Built-in storage, modular kitchen units, and a space-saving bathroom make it ultra-functional. It's not just a survival pod, it's a genuinely comfortable home. Whether you're a traveler, an eco-minimalist, or a design nerd, this is one of the most unbelievable tiny homes you'll ever see. A true DIY tiny house masterpiece, it shows how compact living can also be beautiful. Tiny homes you have to see? This one folds, moves, and lives like magic. Ever dreamed of living in Middle-earth? This Hobbit-style Earth home turns that dream into reality, and it's one of the most unique tiny houses you'll ever find. Built into a grassy hillside, this underground tiny house features a round wooden door, stone pathways, and a green roof that blends into nature. It's the perfect fantasy-style tiny home, straight out of a Tolkien novel. From the outside, it looks mythical, magical, and surreal, yet it's completely functional. It's off-grid, sustainable, and handcrafted to feel like a portal to another world. If you're drawn to tiny houses that defy logic, jaw-dropping tiny houses, or just want something that feels like pure enchantment, this one is a must-see. A true DIY tiny house masterpiece, it's not just a home, it's a fairy tale brought to life. Step inside this fantasy-style tiny home, and you'll be blown away by the craftsmanship. The rounded ceilings, warm wood beams, and hand-carved details make every corner feel like a storybook. Despite being tucked into the earth, the space feels open and cozy, thanks to clever lighting and earthy textures. The underground tiny house stays naturally cool in summer and warm in winter, making it an ideal off-grid tiny home solution. You'll find a small but functional kitchen, a snug sleeping nook, and creative storage built right into the curved walls. This isn't just a cute idea, it's one of the most unbelievable tiny homes in the world. Whether you're into compact home inspirations or full-on fantasy living, this Hobbit house is a cozy dream made real. A perfect final chapter in our tour of tiny homes you have to see. So, which one of these unbelievable tiny homes stole your heart? From fantasy-style hobbit houses to off-grid eco-domes, these tiny houses that defy logic prove that living small can mean dreaming big. Whether you loved the DIY tiny house masterpieces, the luxury tiny houses tucked in nature, or the tiny houses on wheels that redefine travel, one thing's for sure, these are not just homes, they are works of art. We've seen compact home inspirations made from silos, buses, even folded like origami. Some are high-tech modern tiny homes, others feel like real-life fairy tales. But all of them are creative small home designs you have to see to believe. These are the weirdest tiny houses in the world, yet somehow the most inspiring. So whether you're designing your own dream space or just here for the journey, remember, when it comes to tiny house design ideas, the only limit is your imagination.